There
All
you go.
right.
So Andrew's in charge.
Okay, I'll give you the pen to sign.
Bring us 2 trucks, yeah.
So before we, oh, sorry, are you all set? Thank you.
Didn't care if you aren't fast enough, tough.
So we need a motion on the minutes, which I will pass out right now for you guys.
I read them, and then it was a little late. I saw the arbitrary meeting was already that
Yeah,
time.
me too.
Oh, okay, it's okay, you're good.
All right, need a motion to accept the minutes as,
I moved to
From the
set
last
the minutes as
meeting?
read.
A second.
okay?
Right?
And I just sent them to you to sign. I think, yeah,
Oh, yeah, sign this
Yep.
one.
there you go. And
This was taken care of, right?
Anthony said so.
Yeah,
So yeah, now you're on to this.
okay. Okay, the visitors?
There you
Yeah.
go. I thought it was the next one.
Well, the bills, they just pass them around.
Yeah, we're working on the bills already. We pay those while you talk.
Yeah.
Well, that's not fair. You might look at all those and go, no, we're not doing that.
Can't afford nothing, yeah.
Wait a minute, there's a law on here from you.
No, that's the other department. I don't work that department.
Okay,
at all.
okay. And there isn't
Guys in the buck
actually.
already, just got here.
Who would like to start with? Anywhere?
So,
So Danny had talked to me
Uh-oh.
and asked
oh,
Me
that's
to-
the HX.
to put together a proposal on the International HX, which comes with a 15-liter Cummins motor in it, and got it all spec'd out with a full Viking equipment package. Who was happened to be in the area when the day I was coming up here to see Danny, so I said, he said, well, would you like me to come join you? I said, why don't you? Because I knew he was gonna be in Mexico this week, enjoying some warmth. So I said, why don't you come up so we can finalize exactly what they want? And we did that, got his spec together with, I can give you this one, yeah, along with mine, and put it all together in a package here for you folks. So what you've got there, the first thing is the whole truck proposal along with the thicker packet. Truck proposal along with the Viking snow plow equipment included in it. The one behind it that you just set underneath it is just the Viking package that I wanted to give you as well, just to, so you can see. You don't add the two together, it's already in my full proposal package here. And you've gone through all the specs and put everything all together to get a full package price of the chassis, the body, full package, and registration, tire stuff all in there inclusive, so you can see exactly what it was.
So what was the price?
The,
$292,
that's with,
$248, so close to
warranty?
300.
And that is
What did we pay
with-
for the last one?
That was with 7 years of full coverage warranty.
Yeah.
Of everything on the truck, yes.
The last truck, what did we pay for that one?
I can tell
We
you in
got
a
a
minute.
couple hundred,
If I have Wi-Fi, I can tell you.
We got Wi-Fi here.
You got Wi-Fi? I should get away from you. Oh, careful. Being recorded now. I can guarantee you, this is much more than what you paid for the last one.
okay, that was it. I think the last one was a couple 100,000.
Wasn't that as a package? I think we did, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
We did the warranty, the whole shebang.
that's quite a bit more, isn't it?
Yeah, because we had the trade-in that was 23,
So
so,
there's no trade-in on this yet either.
yeah, right. Trying to find the whole.
So the HX, well,
What do we got in there now?
Danny's is the last one, that's an HV model.
HV.
So the HV
Yeah.
model has sold out for 2023 back in September of last year. So they have booked solid through 23, can't do another one. And the reason the HV is better pricing for you folks and municipalities is because the state of Vermont buys the HV, so we get to pass on the same discount that state of Vermont gets to all municipalities. The HX is kind of like the next model up. It's the HV is a heavy vocation truck. The HX is a heavy extreme truck, which can do the same sort of deal that you folks do for snow plowing, removal and all that stuff, up into logging and tractors and so on and so forth. We have had quite a mixture across the state now of those that prefer HV or those that have wanted to move to the HX, and they've really enjoyed the HX now that they've got them. So there's a lot of them out there, kind of both ways, HV versus HX, but I know that the HV slots were completely sold for 2023. That's why we looked into an HX. And you do get the 15-liter Cummins in this versus the 13-liter of our engine in, like Danny's HV model. Did you find on there?
Well, I've got the, let's see, so I've got yours and then I've got HP Fairfields. I got two different ones. So I think they actually have to go.
Oh, no, his wouldn't have the HV on it.
So that's the only part that I had in here. Oh, no, because this is the 2017.
Yeah.
We're looking for the 22.
He asked a hard question, Andy.
Yeah. Well, for some reason, 200 sticks in my mind.
It's pretty close. I think it's 90,000 more. I think if we do the, I think I remember two something.
Was it that much?
Yeah, I think.
It's right here.
I know something was.
Right to the back page. It looks like it's right on. No, flip it.
192.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring, it was
Under
almost
200.
200.
And was that with all the warranty in it too?
That's
Yes.
the final number at the bottom.
Yeah, it did have the warranty with it.
Yeah, so there's just the body price alone was 72.6 on this one, and we're at 97. But today's 97.7, yeah.
So how many years ago was that? There weren't very many.
Great, yeah.
Jesus Christ, is that why there's a Cadillac out front?
Yeah,
The smallest one out there, I got a little Volkswagen. And they tell me that when that car is done its
Oh,
useful
dear.
life, they won't buy me another one.
yeah.
So,
So they're putting you out to pasture.
but I pasture, I hope it's not me yet.
Yeah. Okay, bicycle.
But there's a few different differences on the HX as well too. That, you know, like I said, it's a 15-liter motor versus the 13-liter, which is a little bit of a jump in money. They are going to try, or wanted to try, this Allison 4700 series transmission. They're used to the Allison 4500, which is in Danny's, but the 47 is very beneficial in a lot of different applications. Like if he puts his truck in reverse right now, you know, if you back down over a bank or something, it kind of freewheels, if you will. There's no hold back in it. The 4700 gives you an extra forward gear and gives you two reverse gears, so it gives you some hold back and gives you some stability, which makes things a lot easier when you're
Yeah.
backing off the roadways or down
Or
into
if you're
something.
backing down a hill.
Yeah. Gives you some hold back. You get two different gears. One's kind of like a creeper gear to hold you back, and the second one gives you like the full reign of, you almost
Yeah.
swear you could go 30 miles an hour backwards
I
if you
swear
wanted to
you
in your
can.
truck, right?
Yeah.
So there's the other difference is,
Hendrick's suspension is different.
yeah, Henderson suspension, which I think would be a good option in this industry for this. Also comes with a 1/2-inch thick, heavy, single frame rail on it versus the double frames that never seem to last the longest, or it starts to get rust built up inside of them. and stuff.
Yeah.
So they make this 1/2-inch thick, heavy, single frame rail that they've had since.
But this is a brand new truck.
Yes.
Nobody's got these yet.
No, that's not true. No.
Oh, okay,
This
so
HX model.
It's not the model we usually get because the model.
These trucks have been out there before.
Oh, yes, he's been out, well, I've sold these for plowing applications for probably 6 years now, I think.
Okay.
So the bugs are worked out of them.
Cummins engines have been around forever. Actually one new change that did happen this last year, The cab that's on Danny's truck, the HV, they now use that same exact cab on the HX. HX, when it first came out, had a smaller cab. I'm not a tall guy, but I felt that was very tight inside this cab. Now it has the same cab that he, well, maybe that, I thought they shrunk the cab. Maybe I'm wrong. So it does have the same
They
cab.
sneak that stuff up.
So you said this one can come in a certain year, but the HVs, we'd have to wait how long before we could get one?
The HV probably wouldn't build until, I'm guessing, middle of next year.
So we could get one,
Build.
potentially we could get one in 2025, or the end of 2024,
Possibly by the end of 2024.
okay? Because I mean, all in all, even if we decided we cannot get one until 2024, because we can't do a payment on one until 2025. Just putting it out there, any way you guys look at, whichever way you do this.
How's your schedule work right now with it, in the perfect world scenario?
So Danny's truck will be paid off in April of 2024. So we try to make sure we don't have a payment on another truck until like the next
April of
year. So it would
2025.
be
Oh, okay.
2025. So all in all, I'm just saying, like, we can't purchase a truck until 2025. The first payment would come around for in 2024.
Yeah.
The first payment would come around in 2025, which would work for us. So I'm just saying, like, the HX or the HV, either one of them's coming in 2024. I'm just,
Well, 16 months out on the plow stuff, the Viking stuff, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the one you're
So the
looking at.
truck will be sitting around way before the Viking guys get to it.
I'd put it at
But
the,
Bill
if it's
pushes
something
for the
that you
H-
folks want,
HX.
I'd even, well, I've gotta sit down with my sales manager anyway to figure out how we gonna do how we wanna.
We want to time it so as we get it when we need it,
So I know. that I
and
can
that's why
push
we're
it
starting our
back.
homework
Right.
now.
Right, that's
Yeah.
where I could push it back if that's, now knowing your plan here.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, could do that.
Okay.
Trying to think of other options in my head here.
Yeah, 'cause we don't wanna make making it two payments the same year.
Right, so, I
Just
mean,
the rest of
whatever
the
we purchase in
townspeople wouldn't like us.
2024 doesn't have to be paid for till we do have a down payment for it, whatever, but as far as the loan for the bank, if we get it in 2024, we don't have to make the first payment until 2025.
I think we talked, Emily, I think you're the only one I talked to about this last time. Was there,
We did the same thing last time, didn't we, more or less?
no, I think that is true too, but was there ever any thoughts of municipal leasing if you're going to the bank on a loan anyway? And I'm
So
throwing-
we've got 100,000 to throw at this truck. We set money aside every month
Yeah,
or every year for a truck payment, basically.
oh, okay, so you do,
So we've got money
yeah,
if,
Not all of it, but we got,
well, yeah, if something happened, the townspeople are used to paying this and we try to keep them used to paying it. So, because when you stop paying stuff and you start paying them again, they don't like that.
So we could, look up leasing options or what, the difference would be, because if we're, getting to the point where we used to go every 5 years and the last truck was paid off and you just kinda,
But the trucks don't last like they used
well,
to.
and that's why I was asking this question, just not for my own personal benefit of it, I try to look at anything that I can do or come up with ideas and options to help any municipal town out. You were handing out bills and you were talking about some hefty numbers in there for us, not me, but us. Because that truck is a what, 12, 11?
it's a 12.
Bills.
12?
Yeah, it's 12.
Because I have had some towns go early, even as much as a year early, and elect to, when they have a trade, the municipal company, we can go say, you don't make your first payment till after 1 year after owning the truck, because you have a trade as a down payment, if you will. Then that has helped some towns to get to better positions in scenarios where if you say you got a truck that's costing you a lot of money or something in the last year, and this thing is 10 years old now.
So how long do they lease these trucks for?
Typically, the most they'll do is 7 years. So, but I mean, I've done I've done 3, 5, and 7 year options just to give to somebody to take a look and see, does that work, especially if it works.
Because the first year it works out good, we got a trade in. The next time we go in,
No, see there's
so we got a truck, the lease ends it, we got to buy the
Exactly.
lease out.
not necessarily that though. I'm just looking at if the municipal leases, lease purchase, like what you're basically gonna do with a bank. And our interest rates of one that I use have been fairly consistent where the banks are too.
So it's lease to
So
own,
it's
not lease to
own,
get
yeah,
rid
it's
of.
not, it's basically going to the bank, but using a municipal leasing company that we deal with an awful lot. We could look at if you wanted to, I was telling Danny, I have some towns, I don't know that this necessarily works in your town. I know that I have my reservations to whether it's financially the best decision for this town, but they seem to think it still is. But they have 2 tandems and a single axle, and they buy a new truck every year. So they do this lease, fair market value type lease, to where I guarantee what that truck is worth at the end of 3 years, and I'll give that much for it. Basically, I'm gonna make the balloon payment at the end. And then they get a truck for 3 years, they make their first payment when they get it, and for 2 more subsequent years afterwards, then they hand that back in, they just buy another new truck and do the same thing all over again. So you've got the fair market value, which I make a balloon payment on at the end, versus the lease purchase, which is the same thing as going to the bank. I just, as an option with banks and this leasing company being, they only specialize in municipal leases, that's all they do. And they will work it around whatever works best for your town as well. So just an option to look at, and I could look at some 3, 5, and 7 year lease options if you wanted to look lease purchase, just to see what interest rates are. That way you could look at your bank and say, is it better, is it not better? Just for some different scenarios, and that way it gets some people into, I had one town over in New Hampshire that said, we are not to trade our truck till next year, but I just put $4,000 into it now, and who knows what I'm gonna have to do over the next year. So we figured up, and I think that
4,000 is nothing.
we did a lease for them for 1 year. They had a truck to trade, so that was their down payment, and they wanted to make their first payment 1 year after receiving it, which was July. In March that next year, they got approved their full amount. So he's like, it cost him $3,200 for the lease. He's like, I could blow that number right out of the water on one repair in the next year, so it was a no-brainer for them. Let's do the lease with $3,200 in it for interest. A year down the road, we make a full payment and it's done. Because they were just short a little bit to make that payment that year. So there's many different options out there. I just wanted to throw some of the ideas and thoughts out, that's all. I'm here to accommodate you. Well, you first.
Well,
though.
yeah,
I really did feel that, yeah.
but you are at you figure you only have a few HXs left to sell.
Yes, right now. I think I'm down to 2.
So being that this
As of
is
Friday.
Bill's truck, has he had any say? You know what I mean? I'm just
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
does he, you know, what's,
Yeah, he likes the HX better than the HV, cause he likes the Cummins engine, the suspension.
He seemed excited about wanting to try this transmission.
Yeah, the transmission he's quite interested in too. I would be. Yeah, I mean, he's happy, he'd be really happy with the
The
HX.
trucks, the price
So-
similar.
yeah.
The HV has a better discount level for municipalities because the state of Vermont buys them. I
Yeah.
can pass that on to you. The state does not buy the HXs, so the discount
What's-
is as good.
If you had the HV, what would the price be on that? What's
An
the price?
estimate, we know you don't
Just,
have-
we know you don't have any, just so as we can compare
9,000 less, probably.
9,000 less.
Ish, yeah, somewhere in there.
It's only $9,000 left.
Well, we figured, Danny said last meeting it would be around $10,000 difference,
Yeah.
probably.
And that's without the Cummins engine and the big heavy-duty transmission.
So in the end,
those are
which one would last
282?
longer, the HX or the HV?
Which one's better trade-in value? There, now, questions are in your part.
That's okay, I like questions, especially when I can't. No,
You ought to be
So-
happy it's there.
So I do believe, in my opinion, and not that I'm trying to cite an HX store, nobody's really happy with his HP too. But there's a lot of people out there that have the HX as well that are just as happy and like it. Some like it even better. The options like with the HX, I like that half inch single frame rail. I think that's gonna be beneficial, especially for a town that keeps trucks,
Yeah.
or tries to keep them as long as you guys are doing. And your trucks are in decent shape when they come in too. Even for a Max Force engine and bills, that still has surprised me, not surprised me, but it's been nice to see something like that still running, still hear the same guy driving it say he still likes it. You got a 15-liter engine versus a 13, that's gonna bring some better value to it as well. I think those are the two really huge cases on it, because I think the rest of the trucks that are built, they're built identically the same front axle, same rear axle, same weight ratings, all that is all the same, but I think you got some features of having a bigger 15-liter Cummins engine, and you're gonna have that 4700 series transmission.
Suspension is better.
Yeah, the suspension.
Now, do you know if anybody around here has kind of the
It's the
same?
state of Vermont.
I just meant that somebody local that
The
they could
HX,
say, you know, that. they
Richford has one,
could- Okay.
Montgomery's got one.
Montgomery's got one,
Montgomery
Okay,
likes
so you,
theirs.
yeah, all right.
I think Sheldon's got one.
Sheldon's got one now, yeah. Trying to think who's up here.
I'm just saying, so you know what I mean, just ask, you know what I mean, how do they, you know what I mean, yeah. So everybody's kind of got one. that's-
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there's quite a few of them out there.
So have you talked to any of them?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
does Franklin have one? No, they got the HP.
Yes, correct. Both of theirs are HVs, yes.
I know Montgomery likes theirs. I've heard Sheldon likes theirs.
So that's the newest one in Montgomery?
Yes, that's the one they had to get one. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yes, it is.
10 years old. Just for
11.
11.
Well, actually, we got it in 2011, but it was a 2012, so.
Is there another bigger clip that goes with this one?
Yeah, there
Got
is.
one right there.
Yeah, you
On
can
board,
just bring
man.
them back here.
Gonna hurt you.
I don't think we're gonna get them the last 15. We ain't gonna get them the last
More than
15.
the last one.
I don't,
It's $80,000 more than the last year if we buy the same truck, right? It's not just
Yeah, but you gotta
$90,000.
remember, trucks are worth more. That
No, no, no.
2012 that we're
No.
gonna trade in, we're gonna get more money for.
No, I'm just saying that's how much they've gone up
That's
since the last one.
unfortunately, yes.
Since his, which was only
Yeah, but is that all just truck or is that plow equipment too? That's
No, it's plow equipment.
No, it's
Everything.
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 It's the warranty, it's
Everything's
everything.
But the
gone.
last one was
same warranty.
Yeah.
190 something, and this one is 290 something.
Yeah. So I was just saying, it's
In my
not all
shoes,
on the
trying to explain
international
it.
part.
Yeah.
It has been horrible. And this was, like Danny's truck. If that was ordered last year and came in now, for us, that would be close to $6,500 in surcharges extra compared to what you signed for a year ago when you ordered it.
That's
I've
nothing, in
seen,
other words.
Kenworth's up is almost $11,000 in surcharges on their stuff. It's
She
crazy
helping us
what-
yet?
what's going into them.
But the difference in the two trucks is about $9,000. That's what you're saying?
Between this and what he drives, yes.
People are paying 70,000 for a half-ton pickup truck.
Well, yeah,
Well, actually, if you compare, that's probably a better deal.
My daughter-in-law over here paid 70 something for that thing she drives.
I hope my little Volkswagen keeps me going.
Yeah,
I hate the thought of having to go out and buy
get
it.
rid of it.
It's crazy.
no, it's, you guys can table it for now.
Yeah,
or you
we'll-
can- Yeah.
We'll table it, we'll get back to them. We still got,
So what they're saying is
how
they
long-
only have two HXs.
Yeah, I
left,
know,
but-
so-
But like, I'm
But
just
for
saying, we
us,
can still
how-
table it till
what-
the next meeting.
So if we want that truck when you said, which is, when do we need to, when do we
2024.
need to tell you?
Well, I have 2 of these left to sell. I was just telling him, as of Friday, we got our final numbers of what we got left to sell. I got some smaller CV pickup style ones, I only about a dozen of those, but I have 2 HXs left. So, and I think Town of Stowe is buying one of them tonight. If you wanted this, obviously sooner than later, but I can push it off to as late in the year. And I will tell you, there is obviously the
So
option.
we could even buy it even if we aren't ready yet. You'd have no trouble selling this, or push it back.
Push it back, or if you decided no, we can't take it for whatever reason. I've never had a town back out of a truck to this last year, and now I've had 4.
Well, that 90,000 plus probably scared them.
And then not a week for any of them till they were gone, somebody else.
Yeah, someone else will take them out.
Yeah, some of them.
I've got towns that are ordering stuff for next year, 24, based on what my best guess of pricing is going to be, because it's not there yet. And I did this in 21 as well. We didn't have pricing for 22 yet, but people wanted stuff on there. So I give them the best guess scenario. I was able to come back and give like $800 off on a single, so I had like $1,100 on a tandem. But you would just ask me, what are you gonna do after you sell these last 2? What are you gonna do the rest of the year? I think it's just gonna be traveling around from town to town to see everybody, tell them what the real case scenario is. Like you just said, Viking told us when he was up there with you.
He was 16 months out.
Yeah,
He
just
said.
to get a body now.
He said he might, you know, you never know how things are gonna go. He said he might be able to get it sooner.
Say
But-
he ordered a Western Star in his town, and I ordered an International in your town, and his was the next one to come into Viking, and that chassis wasn't there yet, but yours was. He'd call me and say, Dan, you have this chassis? I'd say yes, and I bring it in because it's the same body. So they're swapping bodies left and right all over the place, just trying to keep
things moving.
to
Yeah.
not delay things at all.
Because if there's a truck there and there's a
But he
body
said
there,
if I
they're
gotta
gonna put
order
it on
something,
there.
it's 16 months out to get it.
I think he said, yeah, it was quite a
It
while.
was 16, yeah. And then you said in July we'd be able to start ordering again for the next,
I don't know
Your pricing?
exactly when yet. I just know that at some point it has to come out, yes.
yeah.
But I've got a list of a page and a half long of towns that said put me on the list for next year. Now I'm getting nervous because I'm like, if I don't start building these specs right here and getting them together so that we all agree on what you want for a truck, when the pricing comes out, I think the order boards are gonna start filling up real fast again. So I might as well start getting them all together now and getting everybody's approval, this is what I want. And then as soon as the price comes, stick the price to it so people can jump on and get on the list, because I look at a town where they have 7 trucks in their fleet and 2 bucket loaders and a grader and all this other stuff, and when they get delayed a year or get delayed 2 years on a truck because they're not staying on the front side of it, it messes everything up from that point on, snowballing all the way down through. So that's where I'm just trying to stay on the front side of getting information out to everybody so we can keep it best we can.
So we're looking 12 months would be 224 before we get the truck, and then you're talking another 4 months out for the plow comes on. So we're almost, you're talking be next April before that gets in, if we said yes tonight.
I think it probably more
More May.
realistically would be to get the chassis.
Would be 2024.
Yeah, be February 2024, it's a year out, right?
Depends on how much doesn't get built this year because of parts issues and slide into next year. Like this year, I lost production of January and February because that didn't build in 22, took up the 2 months of January and February this year already. So, and then they said, anything building at the end of the year, you can pretty much guess it's gonna move into the following year. So that's what took all our numbers and shrunk them all down as to how many we could sell this year.
You know, they can come in on time.
No. That's probably the one thing I will guarantee tonight, yeah.
I move we
Come in on time.
buy it, it's gonna be a year and a half out before we see anything.
Yeah.
And if we can't afford it, he'll have it sold.
Yeah, someone else will drive it.
But if we don't get on the list, we
Yeah,
We ain't gonna have one
Yes,
in 2 years.
Get on.
I think that's what we
Yeah.
did with
I mean, we're
yours.
not, we don't ask for a down payment from you guys. I mean, we don't ever do that for municipalities anyway. And
'Cause-
so you're not.
Cause in
out.
2 years, that's gonna be 13 years, that truck will be 13 years old. It ain't the 15 we want, but they don't build them to last 15 years anymore.
I don't know like anybody does anymore. It's just sad.
What is that, trucks used to last 15 years, that's,
Yeah, it's getting shorter and shorter.
I got an 07 pickup, but I'm still got her going. I'm not letting it go.
Go, yeah.
because Danny's right now, or Bill's is, it's almost a truck payment every year just to keep it running.
Yeah.
I'll second it. We just can't have a payment till when?
2025, it's all good. It's all good.
We're
That's
good.
where we're at.
Pretty much.
2025.
Even the worst case scenario, we slide in under the radar.
She dangled the check in front of you. Still say you're not getting it till 2025. I don't think she works.
Yeah, it's all written out. We ain't signing it.
But that's another, you know what I mean, that's still another year in the equipment fund for a bigger
Right.
down payment, and then you got the trade-in, like I said,
Yeah.
on that 2012, so.
Well, if the gone
Which
up
really doesn't have
90,000,
anything
the
wrong with
trade-in
it.
value should go up for
50
good,
or
good
so.
10, 12,000.
She says to the guy that's got any shop every couple of months.
It's
Really good truck, nothing wrong with it.
It's still a max force, and I will do everything I can.
Okay,
My used truck guys doesn't particularly care for him, but he has gotten a little surprised lately. We just took in one for trade down Underhill. It had 196,000 miles on it, on a max force. He's like, and it runs? I said, yes, it runs every day.
well, Navistar, wasn't that the one that Navistar had all the troubles with to start with, that, they had,
That's why, yeah, we gotta buy a truck from him, because if we don't, when he leaves here, he'll have a heart attack. That's what happened last time.
I think last time, I sold that HX to Montgomery.
Yeah, you just left my
Got them to sign. Somebody else signed one, called me that day and says, we decided to take it, I've got it signed, where can I send it? So I stopped him today and I said, please, be the third one of the day, and he said, nope, we won't do it. And don't I have a heart attack that night? He said, did I cause that? Guess what my answer was?
yes,
So, if that's a yes, is somebody wanting to sign one of these proposals today?
There's Andy.
Actually,
that's why you threw.
I've got
Okay.
one, I've got another one here that I brought for me, if you wanna hang on to it,
Sure,
we could do that.
all in favor?
Alright.
I wasn't supposed to vote, was I?
What do I sign?
Right there, so.
What's the difference in your commission?
Don't make it.
He just does this for his health.
My boss, or my last boss, he had asked me, or he told me we were hiring another salesperson. I said, well, every time you do that, I have this area, then you hire a salesperson, and I lose this section.
And then you gotta
And then
take,
3 years later, they're gone. And now I get this section back, and all I do is get grief, what are you doing here? You stopped coming to see it. So this happened like 3 times. So when they said they were hiring somebody else, I said, well, what are they gonna do? He says, they're gonna sell, there's enough for everybody. I said, understood. I said, okay, I played the game. I said, I want all municipal sales. He's like, but Dan, there's not very much money in municipal sales, we know this. I said, I know, that just means that I need to sell that much more. But I said, this is what always happens, I don't wanna do this anymore, get this one, then lose them, and then come back again. I said, I'd rather just do municipal sales, I'm happy with those people, I love going to selectmen's meetings, I enjoy this, and I said, that's what I wanna do. Now, 3 years later, that's all they'll let me do now. They won't let me do anything else, which is fine, I do enjoy this side.
So this one's mine.
You can keep that one, yes, you can. Gives you something to look at.
Whole bill will study it.
I'll stop by, tell Bill I'll stop by and test it.
he wants a blue Roadrunner on it, blue Roadrunner.
Oh, yeah, is this one blue?
What color would you like?
Yeah.
Purple. You should know, have you seen my truck?
I I've already told Bill it was pink, so we can change it to purple.
There you
Still
go.
a P.E.G.
No,
Yes, blue. He
Yeah.
did say.
Okay.
We wanted blue.
All right, no, that's fine. I was just checking, because the last time we didn't know it was blue until it showed up.
No.
Yeah, he knew it was, he,
He knew it was blue.
I know, it was- and I told everybody, because I said.
Hey, did you know it was blue?
I didn't know it was blue. He
you know it
picked, but he picked the blue, he said.
I said it right in front of the
Didn't tell
meeting,
any
I
of
said,
us.
does anybody object to a blue truck? And everybody said, no, go
Oh,
ahead.
but he made it sound like that was all we could get.
It's okay, because blue's
It's
for
Berkshire.
Yeah,
Berkshire.
we did,
Berkshire's
yeah,
for-
yeah, yeah.
It is. It is good. Yeah. I'm just
very-
thinking we should just
The
go
very
blue.
first truck I sold when I started in sales was that color blue, so I'm kind of partial to that.
Okay.
I think it looks good. I love that color.
I like that.
No, it is good, and like I said, the school colors are blue.
Yeah, Roadrunner's
So it just
on the
kind of
door.
fits.
Yeah, there's
Berkshire
Roadrunner right
also.
That was our sign guy put
You
that on.
you can tell Bill tomorrow that Emily made us change it to purple.
Yeah,
So he'd say, I don't care. I'll drive it.
Yeah, he probably would,
Yeah.
I'm bothering him with that.
yeah.
Well, fantastic. Thank you much.
Yeah.
I will
Thank you.
get out of your hair and hope to leave this.
Yeah, you're starting to drag us meeting on.
Get back away from the table. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
yeah,
Here, have a good one.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you again. You're welcome. Enjoy.
I didn't get a hug.
You don't wave checks in front of me.
Yeah. She pays the bills.
Emily, you did hear about Stearns, correct?
Yes,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
thank you. All right, Danny, you're on. And we're not talking paychecks.
Well, we just bought a truck. Yeah,
See ya.
Dan. There's really not much pushing snow, working in the garage, whatever.
Exactly what I want to hear.
Yep.
All right.
On
Great.
to, on to
So-
Town
Emily.
clerk?
So, just as a note though, so we have to put in what roads we're gonna be working on this year, so they don't come out and paint them with the lines. And we are correct that we are, no matter whether we get a grant or not, we are still doing the Water Tower Road with our own money, right?
Yeah, we're gonna use all
Yeah.
that money we can, right?
I wanna,
Right,
I wanna
well, I'm
do
just saying, I'm just gonna put in, tell them not to
Todd wants
line
to-
paint
No,
the
she's all
Water
right.
Tower Road.
She's all right, I just,
That's all, okay, so
No,
I'm just saying yes,
so,
cause that's just a general question, not-
Now, have you talked to those guys to see what kind of deal, the more we do we get a better rate, or is it so much a ton?
It's
If we do
Usually it's
10
so
or
much a ton.
200?
That's it. Now, the only thing is, I know Water Tower Road desperately needs blacktop. But we only have one section left on the Berkshire Center Road that has not been paved.
you're killing me,
No.
you are
I mean,
killing
well,
me.
this is actually part of what I
Okay,
wanted to ask.
go ahead.
Was, how many miles is there left to do on the Water Tower Road?
Oh, so there's a mile stretch that we got for the grant.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2.5 miles.
And then there's
At the most.
there's 2 miles left from here down to the flat, roughly.
I don't,
No, it's a mile.
I think it's more than that, though.
No, it's about 2 miles.
I thought it was a
Yeah, cause there's
mile.
only a good mile, right? There's only one good mile there?
Because I kind of checked it the other night, to me, I think it was like almost 2 miles to the bottom of the hill, roughly.
yeah, but how bad is it?
It's nowhere near as bad as
No,
that.
it's not, I mean, it could be done, it
But-
should be done, but that Water Tower Road is,
Well, that was what I was how many miles was left on the Water Tower Road that, you got 2 parts, right? It's
Yeah.
a section on the far end and a section through by Anthony's from the
Yeah.
top of the
So
hill.
it's over 3 miles.
To the sawmill or something, right?
Yeah.
Not all the way, because this is done here.
it's from
How much ARPA money we got?
the Mineral Road.
So it should
to
be
Hilltop
3 miles,
Drive,
right? 100,000 a
And
mile?
then from like
Roughly?
Danny
It's a
Pocket's
little
old
over
house
now with the price, but
to the
yeah.
town
So
line.
it's roughly
We
2
allow-
miles there,
So we can have
roughly,
100,000 from the.
and then 2 miles just.
Plus,
like
we
4
got
miles.
our 60 or 70,000.
4 miles would be pushing it.
How many?
4 miles would be pushing it.
Well, there's less than that, you mean?
It's
So
less
5
than
miles,
that.
So it's
just
less
shy
than
of
4
5. So
It's
with,
less than 4 miles.
So with our 300,000, or the ARPA money,
150,000,
our
Of
grant
ours.
money, and our money, plus our, what, 70,000 we usually put in, so that's 500,000, so it's almost 5 miles.
We should be able to.
We should be able to do everything.
All of it.
Last year it was only about 60, or 6/10 of a mile for 100. Usually it's a mile,
Well,
100,000.
Well, some of that's gonna take more, but some of the gooder stuff on the Berkshire Center Road shouldn't take that much.
they're still gonna do an 1.5 shim
And
is
that
what
was
they
my
usually
I would
do
say yes.
And that was another question I
down there,
had.
but I don't know what they're gonna
Was-
do on the water tower
once
road,
that-
they
Well,
gotta do more than that.
And we.
There's some holes on the water tower road, it'll take a whole truck.
The next place, the
take a
blacktop
lot
would
more than
probably be that way? Somewhere?
No, the next one would either be, the North Road. North Road, or maybe redo some more on the King Road.
No,
Well,
No,
you gotta keep it up, but the
Yeah,
thing
we
is,
gotta-
you gotta keep it
but
up.
once that, if we catch up, you can do farther with less once they're decent or no?
So you said we got 21 miles of blacktop roads, right? Or 22?
21, is it?
yeah, I think it's
Just
21, I got it.
21,
down.
22.
I can tell you right
So if we want a 10-year repave, you basically divide that by 10. Yeah, we gotta do, yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
2 miles a year.
yeah, we used to, it depends on how bad the road is. I mean, the water tower road is gonna
Bad.
suck up some.
Gonna
We
suck
had
up some blacktop.
15 miles before you did the King Road, so you figure it out.
Okay. I mean, still got the King Road, should be redone, the North Road should be redone.
But the North Road's not that bad, really.
It's getting bad.
Well, that's why I say, but
It just doesn't seem
can you,
to
that's
travel.
what my question was, because I don't know.
Well, he'll
Is
start
it-
seeing more
once you're,
now that he
like,
owns
kinda
scooters.
caught up and it's not that bad, does it
That's
take
what
less
happens,
blacktop?
the
Or they
shoulder-
still do the
nice
same
thing
amount
about-
regardless of what they're doing.
He pumps the shit
like
around.
if you
Takes
don't
it
have
down
through
So
the
that's
shit,
gonna help us.
You do it, you know, before we used to do like an inch, inch and a half.
Yeah.
Shim. And right now, like the water tower road is so bad.
Yeah, so
That's
The
where it's
roads
gonna
that we've
take
been
us
doing is
more.
so bad, so we're doing like, inch and a half shim. And then a 2-inch overlay,
Yeah,
or, yeah. And what the overlay.
but if the road wasn't that bad, you wouldn't have to do it.
right,
No,
after you get
could-
everything.
You could probably go through with like just a 2-inch overlay on it.
So is there any way of finding out exactly what it would cost us to do all of it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
they figure that out? I mean, let us know what that's gonna be, let us know what that's gonna be, and then we can figure after that. It'd be nice if we could do it all.
Yeah, I just wanna know, we're doing the
And
grant on
then-
the water tower road, and we're doing
Yeah,
the
So
line
we can
painting
only
just still
sell
on the
two,
water.
so we have to do 2 miles a year to do a 10-year cycle.
Yeah.
So that's 200,000 a year in blacktop. We only
Easy.
put 100 aside.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
That's why we've never,
Never been able
Never
to
been
keep
able to
up.
keep
so we
up.
can't keep up. That's why they're so bad now, plus we added on.
Yeah.
And
Plus,
I
I've
mean,
gotta
if we
have,
got, if we got the grant every year, you'd be all right, but we don't get it only every other year, so it puts us behind halfway.
Which, if you add the coal patch in, you're not really getting the 150,000 unless you
Yeah,
guys want
I
to
gotta
start
have
doing
at
a
least-
separate fund for the coal patch
I gotta have
outside
at
of
least
it.
$10,000 in coal patch, I think
Yeah.
it is. But if,
If you fix the water
If we
tower road.
fix the water
it
tower
pays
road,
off that way.
Because I know you guys patched this one last year.
Yeah, that took
and
a
it's
lot.
parts in it now, but you know, a lot of that road, it's the outside edge. I mean, if you drive down the middle, you're fine.
Well, if you can get on the two sides of the two humps and don't fall in.
But I know you guys patched that last year, because I'm pretty sure you were patching.
oh
doing
yeah, we
patching.
patch all of them. And we've done the water tower.
Yeah, you were
twice
down there
this-
working already.
Yeah, twice.
But that was my question, was I noticed, because when I left here, I said, I wonder how much that, and it was like almost 2 miles going down there, roughly. I mean, I was using my truck, so I mean, I don't have the
Yeah.
tension, so it's like, it was
Well,
like 2
like the
miles.
guy that comes up from Pike, he can get right down to the foot.
Yeah, and I drove that the other day, and I come through and I said, well, that's probably about a mile each one of them. There's a mile on the other end, a mile on this, roughly.
Yeah, roughly,
So
yeah.
it's 2 miles. I said, I'll ask Danny, well, how much is there? So it's like 4 miles.
So,
So let's find out what it's gonna cost to do it all, and see if we got the money.
Understood.
Yeah, I've talked with the guy today, he's coming up, when the weather turns better, you can get out and measure it. And he'll do any road we wanna do, he can measure them and tell you And he says right now, the cost of blacktop, he thinks is gonna be roughly the same as it was last year. He said the price of, they call it oil, is going down, but everything else is going up, so. So we put in an estimate for $1.50 more a ton to see for the grant Emily's put in.
Yeah, it was 87 last year, so.
So how much we usually get when we get the grant?
The last one we got was 96,000, so we're looking at probably, hopefully, well, if the price went up and I put it in, probably around 100. And we're due for
And
one,
that's
so
every other.
hopefully.
And we usually get that every other year?
Pretty much.
Well, we can, actually though,
So that's 50,000.
That's,
So we still gotta come up with 150,000.
That's what we do right now.
I think,
So we should be able to catch up here
Yeah,
pretty
we've got
quick.
150 in there this year, so in there, yeah, so you think about it.
I think we are, as far as our blacktop grant, we're good to 180.
But if you use it all, you don't get
It takes a little bit
longer
longer.
to get it the next time. It could take you 3 years instead of 2 years. and
Yeah.
So, we just kind of, but whichever, so, yeah. So that's where I'm at, is the grant stuff, but.
Be nice if we could do it all, and then maybe we could go a little further.
Well, no, if we can use that 200,000 and go 2 miles every year, and then we're golden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. All right, so,
Get Mark to get planes to fly the shit out of here.
Yeah, spread it. Throw it in the pond there, pick it up.
so the annual financial plan that we have to have in order to get a grant is right here. This is what our estimated costs are. We plan on spending 150 on paving, because it doesn't include our ARPA fund stuff. Our winter maintenance versus our summer maintenance. Typical, nothing out of the ordinary. And that comes out of your budget you guys put in this year. But I do need approval and everybody to sign.
I make a motion that we accept this annual financial plan.
I second it.
They're all in favor? Aye.
All right.
All right.
So we all gotta
Everybody
sign?
signs. The next thing, and we do these every year, it's the certificate of compliance in town road and bridge standards. So Danny, do you certify? No, I'm only kidding. We do meet the minimum requirements included in the 2019 state approved template. And we do have an up-to-date highway network
I
inventory,
forgot to add
which
something to the.
regional planning did, so yes, we do.
Danny.
What?
When you plow driveways, are you supposed to push snow across the road?
no.
What were you doing that for today?
Whose driveway was I pushing there?
Yours? Oh, it was not him, it was his wife.
I didn't push any snow across the road.
You didn't?
No. I drive across the road to clean my mailbox.
Oh, that's what it was? Oh, okay. I don't know, Danny. I seen there was snow there, and you pushed it by the mailbox, you were coming down the driveway, I was just picking up.
Okay, so the compliance one, we need a,
We need
now
a-
that, yeah, we need a motion, because
Yeah, for
Todd's.
this one?
I move.
I wanted to pick on Danny.
You
Okay,
always
you.
do.
Huh?
You always do.
You like
You
it?
gonna second that, Tom?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Tony Todd, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
know, it's
TT.
like,
Yeah. So you want the motion for the compliance?
yep.
Yeah.
Aye.
And, yep, okay. So the next thing I have is, it's time to reappoint everybody for the, that communication district there, for the internet, the fiber optics.
Oh, how's that coming?
Well, so we still have the same, it's Emily Grims and Kurt Valenta.
They both
for
wanna
the
do it again?
CUD, and yeah, so if
They want them jobless, let them keep it.
I
Yeah.
move that we accept them if they want it.
Yeah.
And if they didn't want it, they're not here to say no, and I'd move it anyway.
The third thing I have, so you guys don't have to sign anymore because everything's on the
Do we get a
portal.
vote on that?
You just did.
I moved it, nobody seconded it.
I did.
Yeah.
You seconded it? Holy, so fast.
So Jolly Associates, they
He
need
reads our
a
mind.
second-class liquor license, tobacco substitute endorsement, and a tobacco license.
Who's this?
Jollies.
Oh,
In other words, can they sell them whatever, those tobacco, whatever things?
That's something new?
We never did tobacco licenses until this year, but it is now the select board has to approve those as well, and
I'll make a
second
motion that
class.
we allow Jolly to do their thing with their tobacco and whatever else they got there.
Okay,
Yeah.
a second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
all
Aye.
right, perfect.
That one was more clear.
Yeah,
Emily wasn't reading minds.
yeah.
Oh,
Sign it.
good lord here, okay.
I wonder how many people watch this.
So just sign it here where it says attest.
I just think I should,
For speed.
yeah. Okay, so elections are coming up.
Really?
And I just think you should pay your election workers more. I don't get the money, so I'm not asking for myself. I am on salary, it's part of my salary. I'm asking for my
Pay them
workers.
enough, I might have to come up.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at $75 to work the day, $25 if you stay to count. That's $100, and we are here for a 10-hour day, so don't wow me.
No, I was thinking, wow, maybe I should come.
Bring the family.
Yeah, plus you get free lunch. And dinner.
Yes.
It's still not $67 an hour like my brother gets, but
Hey. Yeah, that's true. But you know what I mean, all in all, that's still, you know what I mean, for the most part, even if you stayed and counted, you're here for 10
They're all
hours,
day.
that's, you
They're
know,
all
10
day.
hours.
Yeah.
So you want a motion for that?
Yes,
I'll
I
make
do
one.
need one, please, thank you.
What time you want?
Second it.
Hey,
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 What time you want it here? You want you here at 8 o'clock on Tuesday.
I'm just looking for people that will come and count, and that's one of my biggest
I usually
things.
come.
Yes, you do. You know, it's
And
the end of the
then
night.
you come and
thing that-
count, and I'll get almost enough to buy a 12-pack now.
Maybe we should
But you
raise
said
it
25
more.
now?
Yes.
Oh, I will get a 12-pack, I will. Before it was
See?
15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, get almost, if I got the good beer, I had to put some of my own money in.
I was hoping Anthony was here because he was supposed to come look at that tree and decide what to do with it, because we don't really want to wait till something, you
He
know.
hasn't looked yet?
No, but I will deal with that one.
Emily will look at it.
So we had talked about issuing municipal tickets to people who weren't complying with the dog ordinances. And I did find out that, or I should say I forgot, that in order to do that, you have to have a municipal number, and Ed Messier was the last enforcement officer. And so, which means I have to get a new number before I can issue any tickets right now. So none will be issued until we get a hold of the Judicial Bureau and take care of all that, just so you know. And I'm done.
You're done.
All right,
She's done.
So
I
I-
make a mention we close.
all right.
I move second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Here, see,
Yeah.
we get
And
by
it
the end,
is-
we're all professional.
8:50.
Yeah.